afternoon, good evening from wherever you are from around the world. It's your boy, Prince Dr. Chukwemeka Edward Attah-Edeh, Anyawuna Waro Hankembo Pabugo. But your friends, my friends, they call me Eddy4ShoT's, and it's a pleasure to have you on the other side of the listening wave. Today, on today's topic, on the Flight on the Wall podcast, this is the Flight on the Wall podcast, and your host, Eddy4ShoT's. We're talking about we're doing the alphabet all over again, but this time we're doing it in sentences and trying to come up with witty little cool sentences. So today's topic is A is for a battle can damage everything. For those that are smart, you see that the first letter of everything spells A, B, C, D, E. Yes, a battle can damage everything. All right, guys, let's talk about battle scars today. Let's talk about battle. Let's talk about what kind of battles you know physical, spiritual, mental, financial, emotional. What kind of battles are you guys into? You know, what kind of battles are you guys facing at the moment? Let's talk about it. The world is in a very, very dire situation right now. That's why I decided to come as natural as I could. You know, I'm very, very. I try to be natural with you guys all the time and make sure that you guys can see me, hear me, and understand me clearly. I speak 5 languages. If you guys want to come and join me, please feel free to tap in the chat. Make sure you send the notification to your friends. Let them know that we are live. Come on the live podcast. Let's talk about battle that can damage everything. A battle can damage everything. Right? All right, guys. What kind of battles do you guys know? What is a battle in the first place? A battle could be a skirmish. A battle could be a war. A battle could decide a war. A battle could decide the meaning between your life and death. There are different types of battles, right? There is a battle that is like, spiritual, there's a battle that is physical, there's a battle that is mental, there's a battle that is financial, there's a battle that is emotional, there's a battle that is all sorts of fundamental, physical kind of battle, right? Even our atoms, yes, they're always clashing and they're creating sparks and creating new things. There's a battle going on. So on every stage, there's a battle from the atomic stage to the bacterial stage. So bacteria and viruses are always battling. So that's the greatest battle that which you and I should actually be interested in solving, the battle between life and death, right? This universe is quite vast. The more we look, the greater we see. And the cool thing about this whole universe is that, hey, guys, if you look with a telescope, you see all sorts of wonders filled with glittering gold and precious stones out there in space, right? But the funny thing is, everything that we are battling for down here on Earth can be found in exorbitant amounts in space, right? So what do you guys think? Do you guys think it would be a good idea to come on the show to come and talk about battles? Talk about a battle can damage everything. What kind of battle has damaged everything that you in your lifetime have been aware of? Right? I can tell you a couple battles of mine. I can tell you where I got this scar from, and a little bit of my injuries. Okay, this is my most recent battle in the swimming pool. Was this battle happened in the swimming pool? I fell and I scratched my nose over there. So work related hazard, we can call it. But yes, another thing that happened was that I also like injured myself. Over here, you can see this one is healing. This one is fresh. This one is healing. This one was caused by a scratch. This one was caused by a scratch as well. So, guys, if you guys want to join me, come talk about this. Hey, Strong Solar Energy, thank you for joining me. You should come on the show. Let's see if we can have you come in. Let's get you to come in on the show. I'm gonna send this link to you. Have a conversation. Can you guys hear me? Thank you so much for the likes, and go ahead and share it to your friends as well so that they can join in. We're talking about battle scars, guys. So we're talking about a battle can damage everything. What kind of battles have you faced in your life? Is it physical? Is it mental? Is it spiritual? What kind of battles do you guys like? Do you guys know about? Remember to go on the YouTube page and actually like the live. If you don't like it that way, if you're double tapping over here, it's not going to populate in the live up here. I want you to come out of the page, go out and click the like. Make sure you double tap. Thank you to the person that just liked. I appreciate you. Everybody that's joining us, it's your boy, Prince Dr. Chukwemeka Edward Attah-Edeh. Anyawuna Waro Hawana Pabu. But your friends, my friends, they call me Eddy4ShoT's. And I'm here live with everybody that is here. We're talking about A is for a battle can damage everything. Right? So A, B, C, D. We're doing the whole alphabet again, a little bit more witty than before. And we're talking about things that you guys are interested in. What kind of battles do you guys face? Do you guys face financial battle? I can say everybody in the world is facing financial battle. I think even Burna Boy sang it in a song where he said, if Dangote still they find money. I don't know if you guys know that song. that even Dangote, one person that's rated, in Nigeria as one of the most richest person in Forbes list in Africa, and they put him there, and he also is seeking money. You understand that kind of thing. So if you guys are here, thank you so much, Strong Solar Energy, for the comment. Good day, Uncle. I appreciate you. Make sure you share this to your friends. Make sure they can go on the page and double tap so that they can like and stuff. I want you to hop on the page with me. Come on the live, okay? Let me see if I can conversate with me. Let's have a good conversation with people, okay? Let me see. What are the chats saying? Yeah, all the chats are visible. I wish I could reply you guys. I wish I could reply you guys real quick, but let's see. Good day. Thank you so much for the comments. I've pinned it up there. So, guys, if you guys want your comment to be pinned, go ahead and write something in the comment section. It doesn't matter what you write, we'll address it and we'll talk about it. And make sure you double tap or you like on the live, or you go on the actual live and like it so that we can continue. All right, guys, we're talking about battles, right? I told you about my most recent battle. Let me tell you about my most epic battle. I guess we fought physical fights, physical fights. I've had about a lot of battles in my life. I've had a lot of skirmishes, a lot of fisticuffs, if you can call it. And I've been able to, how will I say, um, navigate my way through a fight, because one, I had some physical training. I trained. Thank you all so much for the likes. I appreciate you. I trained with some jiu-jitsu and taekwondo and a little bit of karate before I left my country, Nigeria. We do have those kind of battle training grounds in Nigeria, and that kind of helped me to get at least my physical strength up. When I was in Ukraine, I fought a physical battle of life and death. I would love to even discuss it in a one-on-one conversation with somebody and tell you about my lynching attempt when I was in Ukraine. Somebody trying to lynch me in Ukraine, and that was in Ternopil, Ukraine, 2012. That time was really tough time in Ukraine, and it was really tough. Addison Viskov, hi, welcome to the show. Thanks for comment. I appreciate you. So, guys, I would love for you guys to come on the live with me so that we can chat and talk. I posted the link. Hey, he said hi. Thank you so much for the comment. I posted the link. Let me see if I can. Kelvin, can you type the link I sent you on WhatsApp? Can you put it in the chat so that people can join? And if you cannot join yourself, other people can join me and we can have a conversation about a battle can damage everything. What battle do you know that damaged everything in your life? Or maybe damage everything in someone else's life, or damage everything in another person's life, things like that. That's what we're here for. I want you guys to come. Let's talk about battles, right? As you can see, I do have a battles car. There's one behind my head. I don't know if YouTube will let me show it because it's pretty fresh and pretty raw. I just had something worked on at the back of my head. But yes, guys, a battle can damage everything. What kind of battles have you guys faced in your lives? Is this something that you guys would like to talk about? Are there certain battles that are too traumatic to talk about? Are there battles that are too tough, too how will I say, impinging on the person that you are today, that you rather keep it sequestered? Can you tell us about the experience of sequestering that memory? Can you tell us about what it means to be different, what it means to be alone, what it means to be un, tolerated, or what it means to be unambiguous, if I could say. Yes, I want you guys to come on the show and let me know what kind of battles you guys have been to. I would like to talk about my battles. I would like to ask questions, what happened, things like that, because that way it's more interactive with you and you guys can like learn a little bit more about the aspect. Because I can tell you so much about the story of what happened to me. I was coming back home one day from school. This was October time in 2012. I had rework to do. The first time I actually had it, because it was twice I got lynched almost. The first time I escaped to the hostel. The second time I fought back with myself and I survived that. So how would I say that skirmish? So guys, if you are here with me, I would like you to go ahead and like the live. That will at least let people know that I'm doing something good. And if you cannot like, if you already like, go ahead and share, subscribe, and do all that good stuff. Hit that notification bell so that the YouTube will let you know when next we go live. So guys, as I was saying, I was coming back from school. The work is something that you do because our classes are from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., right? At 3 p.m. classes are over, you finish and you start heading home. If you have rework, you get to stay over or go to the class that you're supposed to have, and you work another 6 hours, 3 to 9 p.m. usually. But sometimes some teachers are lenient with you and make it a little shorter. Usually, you're off of class around like 8, 9 p.m. and I'm heading home around this time, right? So what happened was that at around 8:30, I'm heading to a bridge. There's this bridge at Zhivova Street. Zhivova comes like this, and there's a Shevchenka Street that goes up, and there's a bridge right there, I think. That's Shevchenka, if I remember very well. Ivana Shevchenka Street. And on that bridge, you go into Chernivesko, where my apartment is. I was walking towards my apartment. The hostel is to my right. My school is to behind me, where I was coming from. So I have my hoodie up, right, and I'm like walking, listening to my music. I always have my earpiece on, like how I do right now. Right back then, it was a Beats by Dre. Shout out to Beats by Dre for the super earpiece back then. And had the earpiece on. The music was playing. It was I See No Changes by Tupac. I can remember very very well. That was the song that was playing. And I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask, and I had it was just bikes passing by, right? These bikes that were passing by were I hope you guys can hear me. Can you guys let me know if you guys can hear me and see me clearly? Because I don't know if you guys can hear me this whole time. I might just be talking to myself. Write in the comment section, say, hey, I can hear you, something like that. Or give me a thumbs up, something like, or an emoji just saying hi. At the same, Biscuit, thank you for the comments. Strong solar energy, thank you so much for the comment. Good day, Uncle. Thank you so much. At the same, Biscuit said hi again. Hi back to you. Appreciate you all so much for being here. Yes. So for those that are still live with us, we're talking about a battle can damage everything. A is for a battle that can damage everything is the topic on the FlyEd on the Wall podcast. You are watching the FlyEd on the Wall podcast with your host, Eddy4ShoT's. And as I said, we're talking about things that interest you, interest me, things that can make this world a little bit more manageable. So come and talk to me. Come, what is it that you guys know? What is it that you guys have heard? What kind of battles have you guys faced? We're talking about the battle that I face right now, right? So as I was saying, my battery is also running low, so I can't be here for too long. I just want to make sure that you guys are good because I do also want to go upstairs and watch the bathroom. Do you guys think you'll be conversing with me while I watch the bathroom? Do you think it's something that you guys want to do? Because otherwise, I'll have to end the live. Let me know if you guys want to see that on the live. I can take the phone with me inside and we can. Oh, wait, I have my charger here. Just plug it in. This part of the key. I'll plug my phone in and maybe we can have more time on the internet. All right, give me a second, guys. Let me plug this in. All right, we are plugged in. All right, so guys, as I was saying, right, we were talking about a battle can change everything. My most recent battle was with battle with the swimming pool. Previous battle was one in the back of my head, and then there was a couple of scars on my body that were created not by myself or by an accident, but from physical damage caused by another human being. So, what kind of physical damages have happened to you? What kind of injuries have happened to you? What can you tell me about where those injuries came from? Because some people have sexual battles, right? There's some battles that are sexual that they will not want to talk about. Those battles are like do not speak about it because it will bring back so much traumatic memories. So we want to talk about it if you can, and we would like to share. Let me know. We can talk about it. I do have some qualification in counseling, so at least I can, try to get to a baseline of understanding what your circumstances are. So thank you all so much, those people that are still live with me. I really appreciate it. Really makes me know that I'm doing something great. Yes. So guys, as I was saying a battle I was, on my own, right? These bikes are passing by. As they're passing by, I'm like, oh, this guy seems like they, I don't want them to notice me. So I like look away, but there's a street light coming up, and the street light like illuminated me as I walked past, right? So those guys like start pulling up, and they pull up to the side of it, and park their bike, choo, 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 bikes off, right? And they start hopping off the bike. And it was at this moment that I knew that, hey, something's about to go down because all of a sudden the entire area was quiet. Like even the insects, the birds, like and okay, there were no birds chirping, but you could hear some insect that sound like a bird perhaps. It was like all these late night birds. It was just eerily quiet. And as they came down from the bike, I could now hear like the weapons that they had on them, like chains and bats and sticks. I could see the sticks, I could see the bats, I could see the chains. And so, and now just hearing them alone was like, oh no, these people mean business. And I have to walk past them to get past that bridge, right? So I thought to myself, the path that goes to the hotel is a little bit forward and to the right. So I thought to myself, if I run towards the hostel, I should be good, right? And I thought, okay, what happens if I don't run to my hostel now? If I don't get to my if I get to my home, if I decide to run past them and get to my home, I manage to evade them. Opening the door, they would have caught up to me, right? So I was like, that time I was just running the scenario in my head. I'm like, when I get to my room, I can probably rush and grab my key, but my key is in my backpack. So I have to bring my backpack to the front, then slow down, find my key, then navigate through the bush, woods, get to the place, open the door. By that time, they might be on me. So I thought I won't have enough time to get to my door. So as I was walking, I picked up my pace. I had my backpack up. I picked up my pace, and they saw that I picked up my pace, and they started advancing faster. So as soon as I got to that place, I caught her, and they started chasing me. And they are chasing me on foot now. I'm running through the woods. I'm running very quickly. I'm like, oh my goodness, Lord, please, please, let me just escape with this in my life. And these are people that they call skinheads. Thank you so much for the like, person that is liking. I appreciate you. They call them skinhead. They come around, they drive around Europe around Hitler's birthday, and they want just to injure, hurt, perhaps kill some people that are not of their color of skin, right? So now that was the day that I understood the reason why 3 millimeters, 3 millimeters, maybe up to six in some people, but 3 millimeters average skin depth for melanocytes, right? What that means, that can mean a life or death situation for you, right? These guys are chasing me and I'm literally running for my dear life. Now, I know I hurt my knee. I know I probably twisted my ankle, but I didn't feel that pain. I continued running and I ran and I ran and I ran and I ran. And I got finally to the courtyard of the hostel. I knew there was a camera there. I don't know if it was recording, but at least the guard, if he's awake, will see people approaching the door. So I ran up to the door and I went, help me, help me, help me. Будь ласка, поможи мені, which is help me in Ukrainian. Будь ласка, поможи мені, поможи мені. And I'm banging on the door, banging on the door. And I knew that they are running and catching up to me, right? So in my last like thinking moments, because when I started fighting, I blacked out. Like in a rage fight, in a rage blackout, not like blackout pass out. No, I blacked out in a rage because I the memory of what happened in those final moments I do not remember very well. But I can tell you back the things that I remember. All right. After banging on the door, I turned back and I saw the horde of people coming. There are about 8 to 9 of them, right? And more are still coming in the back, right? And I was like, okay, let me come out from where the door is to an open space so that they don't back me into a corner and injure me. So at least I can navigate and bounce away. So I come up to the middle of the courtyard, right? And then they approach from the one corner of the courtyard approaching. So they are trying to surround me, and I'm like backing away, like stepping, making sure that nobody's really behind me. And they start approaching, and they calling me, "Maf, patiko bani yo bani blia, chotiko chisotut moya kraina." Which are just saying that, yo, you asshole, you monkey, what are you doing in my country? Why are you over here? You black motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. Kind of thing. So I'm like, okay, these people being business, they literally want to hurt me. I can see the bats and the sticks and the chains in their hands. I can see that they mean business because they are obviously shouting racist words to me. So I just, in the last final moments of what I remember just saying in the clearest Ukrainian that I remember, Ty мене називаєшся мавпа, правда? Ти буде побачити бабуна сьогодні. I remember saying that clearly, right? That was me saying in Ukrainian, you've been calling me a monkey all day, basically. You're gonna see a baboon now. So I remember just going slammed on the ground and my hand hit the asphalt. It was so painful, but I held on to that pain and I used it to ball into a fist. And I went into rage mode and I was just whiling and punching and hitting and throwing fisticuff left and right, throwing fisticuff left and right. They just someone hit me in the back of my head with a baseball bat and I was like, "Ooh," and then I felt the wave pass through my head, and I like shielded my head and I jogged backwards like this. I was like, oh my god, okay. okay, this means business, they're gonna kill me. And in the last final seconds of what I remember was like, I just found one guy. Say you are the guy. Like I looked through the crowd, all right, you are the guy that I'm going with. I'm going to die today. You are the one that I'm going to die. He say, Uncle, I'm not in a better position. I would love to join. Oh, okay. No problem. You can when you're in a better position, you please feel free to join. I appreciate it. Yeah. So thank you all so much for the likes. I really appreciate it. Remember to share to your friends. Just go share to people so that they can come on the live and just like tell them to just write a comment or something. I'm look forward to it. Yeah, it's a story of what happened to me. I would love to interact with somebody personally and like get to know the person. But yes, I'm talking about the history of what happened to me, the battle that I had in Ukraine. That battle, did it damage everything? Maybe not. Who knows who's asking kind of thing. But in that moment, right? I was so full of rage. I was so angry. I jumped on that guy. I didn't hear or feel anything that was happening behind me anymore because it was me and this guy. I am your God. You are my, you are my servant. So I was gonna say what I was telling him in English or in Ukrainian. I don't know. I was like, you are going to go before me. That's all I was just saying. That's I was just whiling away, and I was in a blackout because they were hitting me from all angles. And all I just wanted to do was like, okay, if I'm gonna die today, you're gonna die before me. And they beat me and they beat me and they beat me. But finally, the guard opened the door. People came outside. They rushed and they separated us and they pulled me off of this guy. Right. And in the in the reports in the hospital was that this guy's sphenoid bone here was broken and mashed in because of how much pressure I was punching on his face. And I didn't even know that I had that much energy in me to do that damn much damage to somebody's face. But in that moment, it was Ukrainians that still helped me. You know, I hope you didn't get injured much of it. I did. I got a couple scars from it. You know, of course, I got this battle from when the guy swung the bat. The bat had like spikes. I think this is like a very good example of the kind of spikes that were in the baseball bats, right? So imagine the baseball bat is like this big, and then this spike is like going through it like this. So there were spikes all around it, and they were swinging it at me, and I blocked a couple, on which like cut deep into me, which is one of the scars here. Some of them are like pokey stabs all over my back. You can see, and you know, these ones are like very recent, but my skin heals very quickly. So you see like some other scars from back in the day of where I actually was in a proper fight. But yes, on that day, it was Ukrainians that still saved me on that day. So if Ukrainians didn't save me, and it was just Africans or people or the guards or the police that came, then I'll be gladly saying that Ukrainians were bad. But I can't say that because yes, Ukrainians were injuring me and hurting me, but at the same time, Ukrainians came and saved me from that same issue. So I just wanted to like give you guys a little short story about what happened, what kind of battle I have faced. I would love to hear your battles. I would love to hear what kind of things that you guys have experienced in your life, because then that will make me know that I'm not alone in this kind of triumph or battle. Because I know people have died, people have been injured gruesomely, people have been hurt, people have lost family members, things like that. And it's all because of 3 millimeter to 6 millimeter of skin, melanocytes. So melanocytes, what are melanocytes? Let's talk about melanocytes. Melanocytes are skin cells. They are cells that live within your skin that produce a substance or a chemical called melanin. Melanin creates a dark pigment, which in solar radiation forms a barrier that is opaque to most solar radiation. So if you look up in the sun, when you see what you're seeing is visible light, that's what you're seeing. But what you feel on your skin is infrared light. It is also light, but our body interprets it as heat. There are also other types of light that come from the sun, like gamma, X-ray, and some microwaves as well, and some mostly radio waves, I believe, because there's one in the other side of the spectrum, and they all hit our body. Our clothes play a very big role in blocking out many particles like alpha and beta, I believe. And then other particles get to go through us, like gamma, they go through us, except if you have a lead shield, like those people that wear X-ray, they can wear a lead shield that will stop gamma rays from entering, and the other harmful rays, X-rays as well. Yes. So, guys, if you guys know anything about damages, like for example, battles, people that are battling with radiation poisoning, right? Like I got radiation poisoning at work at a point when I was blasted with an X-ray machine by mistake, of course. But what happened was that I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, I guess, and then I got hit with a massive dose of X-ray radiation, and started experiencing hair loss, brittle bones, as you can see, my teeth chipped, what hair loss, as you can see, this person chopping in, but I think that was always there. Just can tell you. I used to have a full afro back in the day. I also experienced like skin breakdown. When I have an injury, it's hard to heal, kind of thing. Also, what else? Dry skin, very low appetite, fatigue, malaise, or nausea. So these were all the things that I experienced, right? I want you guys to let me know if you guys experience things like this. If you guys have also suffered this kind of battle. These are like physical. I guess I've experienced radiational battle. I've also explained emotional battle. The emotional battle of knowing that look, these people want to hurt me. These people don't want to hurt me. That's an emotional battle of something to fight about in your brain. That's an emotional battle. So what kind of battle can I explain again? Spiritual. What kind of spiritual battles have you guys faced? Are you guys spiritual? Are you guys religious? Have you experienced anything in the normal or paranormal? Come on the show, let's talk about it. I would love to hear from each and every one of you. You guys, don't forget to hit that like button if you guys are enjoying what you are seeing on the show. That helps me to know that I'm doing something good. Come out of the live, go to my page, is Eddy4ShoT's. Just look for my name somewhere in the description here. Click on it, go to the show, and like the actual live. That is when we know that we're actually going somewhere. All right. So, guys, I would love for you guys to hop in on this live because I'm telling you about something about myself. I would like to hear about something from you. What kind of experiences have you guys had? I will go ahead and read the comments real quick for those who are live with us. So, Strong Solar Energy. He said, "Good day, Uncle. Thank you so much for being here with me, Strong Solar Energy. I appreciate you, Emeka. Thank you so much." Addison Biscup said hi twice. I really appreciate you, Addison Biscup, for the hi. I appreciate that. Shamsula, and he said, Uncle, I'm not in a better position. I would love to join. I'm sorry you're not in a better position. No problem. Next time we'll do it. Hope you didn't get injured much. I didn't get injured much, my brother. I did a little bit, but what can I say? This world must move on. You know, so this is part of the things that I also want to use in the partnership I have with the Standard for Africa. You guys can check the website. It's TSFA, the Standard for Africa. So just type the Standard for Africa, click enter. You should see it pop up. And the owner is the Standard Don Odogu, a very, very brilliant CEO. He has an IT consulting background. He schooled here in the United States, and he came to me with a proposal that said, "Guy, the standard of Africa needs to change, right? When we Africans go out of Africa, we are characterized or classified into a certain box. Everyone, oh, they laugh too much. They don't know how to speak English. They don't know many things. They seem very naive to the world. So my friend and partner, CEO of Standard for Africa, said that why don't we ask around and say what is the standard that they want Africans to like live up to, right? And then we get to that when we find out what that standard is, we tell that standard that to Africans that hey, this is the lowest standard you should be at. Let's work from here, and then perhaps we can stand on the same playing field in the global field. Yes, in the global stadium and battle this out on equal ground. So guys, what kind of battles can damage everything? Well, that's the topic of the day. A is for a battle can damage everything. And guys, I really want to appreciate everyone that liked the live, everyone that hopped on the live with me. Strong Solar Energy, you retracted the message. But go ahead, guys. If you are live with me, please go ahead and say something in the comment section so that I will see. I'll read out your comments. I'll read off your name. I'll say, people, please follow them. Addison Biscoff, follow Strong Solar Energy. He has solar panels. I would love for him to come and talk about his panel someday. What kind of battles is he battling? I'm very sure he's battling solar battles because you have to know what angle to place the solar panels at. You have to know which part of the roof, north, south, east, or west, what direction the sun is hitting, and what part the sun is going to pass. So those are very important battles to have. The orbital battles, trans battles,